I was ripshit about them choosing Tim Walz as the vice presidential candidate. I thought that was a ridiculous choice. I thought that they made this gut weird, like quick gut level thing just because he was getting some traction by calling Republicans weird. He always struck me as a liberal's idea of what might make a crossover type person. Picking someone from a solidly blue state when things were on a knife's edge, like I couldn't have less good feelings, not about Walz himself, like he was a good governor for his state, but like as a national figure, I always thought it was a mistake, and I was really concerned about him being in the 2028 mix as president. I thought that was going to be a huge mistake, and then watching, so like, but he has been through, even though it was like this very truncated version, he's been through the ringer of a presidential cycle and has seen, and in some ways that can make you say, oh, I can do this, like I can do this, if I had more time I'd do better, but it can also show you how quickly things can turn, how a scandal like this can dog you, how at the center of the political conversation right now with um, immigration being the kind of issue it is, that right now feeds off of a narrative around not just like that, like even people who come here legally are sort of taking the resources of Americans. Like that is the right's central point. That is America first. That is Stephen Miller. And like he was going to end up right at the center of that. And you can't, there are ways you can be the big antagonist on that. You can fight back against that. You can't do it when you're sitting on top of a scandal this big. And so to answer your question, I do think that Tim Walz had a close enough seat to the Joe Biden thing and to see how all of this impacted it, that he was uniquely positioned to say, you know what, I got to get out of the way. That he would be in a similar, he would be making a similar mistake if he were to try to fight through it. And so I sort of, I very much commend this decision.